Hello, sir. How are you?
Very well, my brother. And
Wow.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank God. Thank
I'm
God.
sure you heard what is going on in Nigeria now. People crying over cash and all the whatever. It's
See,
just crazy.
that's the very interesting situation we find ourselves in. You know, it's so is this situation we find ourselves in, and it didn't need to happen. You know, it seems it's as if the people in charge of the change of the notes
Yes.
didn't do a good job as far as to know the people they are working with. You know,
Okay.
if they have done a little bit of a stakeholder management,
Yes.
you know that, I mean, the majority of our people
Yes.
are poor, and
Okay.
they don't have I mean, what percentage of our country have bank accounts?
Yeah, true.
Okay, so if people don't have bank accounts, that means all their cash transactions are not banked.
True. True.
And then when you are exchanging notes, those people will be underserved because they don't use the banks.
Yes.
So they see that there are so many things that they could have done better, you know, and I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I guess what they're trying to do is it's just because of the timing.
Yes.
What they are trying to do really, it's not that bad.
No. The currency change is not bad, but the timing. See, the timing and the amount of time they give a country of over 200 million people. See, the timing is wrong.
If we look at this thing critically, what I think the concept is great, but the bigger concept or the bigger picture they are looking at is to actually start reducing money politics in Nigeria.
Yes, that's good. Very good.
Which is very good, exactly. Which is very good. So, what is going on right now? Because you see, like, I was talking to somebody over the weekend, or was it last weekend? He's like, look, with this cashless, whatever, you can see even the people that were looking at that, oh, this ones might suffer. You find out that a lot of Nigerians actually, they have bank accounts. Because when you go to the market, or you go to the organizer, or you go to the person that sells you some peanut stuff.
Yes.
And when you get there, you tell them, this cash problem. They say, okay, I take transfer.
Really? That's good. That's good.
You. So when I was not telling my wife, I said, look, all these things, yes, I always tell people that, look, if you want something good, you have to be ready to suffer a bit.
Yes.
So it gets worse before it gets better.
Yes.
So Nigerians, a lot of time, if you look at the people making noise now, it's political. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's true.
Political. Because
but see, politicians are making noise on one side.
Yes.
Well, see, I talk to a lot of ordinary Nigerians, okay, including my father and my sisters, okay, and my cousins, and they tell me for my father and my sisters, they don't have any problem because just do transfers, okay. I talk to a lot of people who tell me the difficulties they are facing. And that's why I say, okay, one of my guests, last 2 episodes,
yes,
I talked to her. She's an activist of a kind.
yes.
So one of the things I talked to her about is we need to have data, okay?
Yes.
Data to actually know what is going on. You see,
yes.
Like now, I feel that
yes.
we have a lot of people in our country that are underbanked, who don't have
yes.
accounts. Okay. Now,
yes.
maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Maybe I'm
No,
wrong because
yes.
I don't have the data. Okay. I'm just looking at the ordinary, everyday market woman. Like you mentioned, the vulcanizer. Okay. All those people selling on the streets, which we have a lot of, okay, in our country. Okay. So maybe because it has been a long time, I haven't been in Nigeria, so I don't actually know what is going on.
What's going on?
If we have the data, and the data tells us that 80% of our people have bank accounts. Okay. Yes. So then what the people who are trying to implement this could have done is to give them a month or 2 and tell them, hey, something is coming. Please, we want you to start using more of bank transfers. Okay. Because I mean, how many months did they give them to change the
I think it started since September last year.
Okay.
Yeah, it started since September. They're giving people like about 6 months, really.
Okay.
You see, I mean, let me share something.
Okay.
There are 2 ways to it. You know, the like I always tell people, I say, look, we're all shouting president.
Yes.
The Nigerian system needs a total overhaul of our mindset.
Yes. Oh, that's something we have been talking about for a long time.
So everybody needs to have a change of mindset. You see, when you look at most of the problems, you will be shocked that most of the problems in Nigeria are within the populate itself. Not even, yes, the leaders, the leading elites, yes, they are doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So you see, when you look at, like, now we're looking at banks. CBN said you release money to banks.
Yes.
Banks are saying, I don't know, you saw some videos of banks hiding new money on that. You know why? Because they want to sell those money to politicians.
Exactly.
So when everybody wants to, see, that's the point. When everybody wants to become a billionaire.
Yes, doing the wrong things.
Doing wrong things.
Doing criminal activities. Yes.
Exactly. That is the major crux of the problem.
Now, sir, see, because of that, okay, we do that because there are no consequences. Accountability.
Exactly.
So see, if we want change, I will tell you, people don't normally wake up one morning and change. We change if something holds our neck, and to survive, we must change.
Yes.
Because if you don't change, you die.
Yes, you're right.
That's for individuals, and it's also the same thing for society. Either you change or you die. That's how things work. See?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. Even if you talk to the people who are very, quote unquote, successful. They would tell you what prompted them to be successful is something that held at the neck. Either you do this or you're gone.
Exactly.
That's how things work.
True.
Okay? Look at Singapore. Okay, for me, I think African countries must look at Singapore,
yes,
and take some things away from Singapore. Okay, even though they had policies that are very exciting and progressive, but without the policy that to hold people accountable, if they didn't have that, nothing no other policies that they enacted would have worked. And that policy holding people accountable started from somebody high up who traveled for holiday and he went with a businessman. Okay, and when he came back, they arrested him that he went on holiday with a businessman. Why? It's corruption.
Yes.
Okay, so if we don't hold people accountable, especially our leaders, okay, if we don't hold everybody in authority accountable for the things they do, nothing will work.
Exactly.
Okay? So that's the problem we have anyway. So Gboyega, thank you for being here. So
yes, let's face the business of the day.
Yes. By the way, this little talk we just had is going to be part of the conversation I will put out. Okay, I hope you agree. Very good. So Gboyega, please tell my audience who you are and what you do.
Okay, thank you, Ebuka. My name is Gboyega Olokunbola. I am the CEO of Habitat Group. Habitat Group was formed in 1998 when it was actually formed to solve a problem then. The challenge we had then in Nigeria was environmental pollution, or let me say waste management.
Okay.
So we pioneered, waste management in Nigeria then back from, that was when Marwa was still the governor
of Lagos.
Yes, of Lagos State, So we, saw the proposal to them that what do we do? There has to be government, that can jumpstart this. And when they do that, they can now train the people, and on the collection, on the whole lot of the cycle of environmental management. So that's how we started business then. Before then, I worked in a couple of places. Worked with a company called Colonels Nigeria PLC. No more now. They were the biggest flexible packaging company in West Africa.
Oh wow!
So I worked there. Then I left because I wanted to do my own thing. So I partnered with a friend of mine. His name is Tunde Imoleyin. Then we had a program on, that was when AIT started.
Okay.
So we had a program on AIT about environment life. That's for people that, that was like you're talking about 1997, 98.
Okay.
We started with that. Before then, we had there was a project called PCF. I don't know if you remember. That was being managed by this same President Buhari.
Okay.
It was a Abacha project, but he gave Buhari to manage that time. That was like an intervention in infrastructure. Yeah. So we happened to, we were young then, but we were really moving a lot.
Yes.
So yeah, we got the project and all that. So from there, we moved into the environmental management. Then it got to a point that, we said, okay, let's try and diversify.
Yes.
All that. So I now started, my friend wanted to move on into the communication aspect of environmental management, while I wanted to build practical work. You understand? So it was okay, let's build team along that, whatever. So I started a company called Habitat Productions Limited.
Okay.
While he moved on with the shelter communications. So that's how we started. Okay, so we sold the project to them, the proposal to them in the government.
Yeah.
So we were now to train the local government people.
Okay.
On how to do environmental management. So we had the project in collaboration with Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency and all of that. It was quite successful, so that's how everybody now started talking about the environmental waste management in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Before then, a lot of people just come dump their waste on the road. If you remember.
Yeah.
If you were in Nigeria then, yes, in Lagos, dump their waste on the road, or maybe some.
I remember those days. Even after we do the last Saturday environmental sanitation,
yes,
the waste is piled up everywhere.
On the road, everywhere, block the road, smelling everywhere.
And then I lived in Bagada for some time before I came to the UK, and the dump in Bagada, big one. I mean, wow! To see all those things and the amount of waste we produce in our country, in our big cities, is I don't know how to explain it. So the point is this. I don't know how. I heard that most of the in fact, today is Friday. We have today is a day when the trucks come and pick up our waste, recycling and all that. I hear that even in the West, where we do a lot of recycling, that a lot of the things we think we are recycling actually end up in landfills.
Landfills, yes.
Okay, so I'm asking myself, okay, why do we take our time to do the recycling if those many of those things still end up in landfills?
Exactly. Because yes.
Okay. Yeah. Now, we don't do recycling in Nigeria. Okay.
Yeah. No, we have started though.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that started. Yes.
Okay, that's good. So, what's the plan? Okay, to manage all the waste, because landfills will soon overfull.
Yes.
Okay, with the number of people coming out from the rural areas, coming to our cities. Okay? So if we're looking at to see our cities beautiful, well managed, to see our drainage system working, because I know that in Lagos, when it rains heavily, everywhere is flood. Okay, because our drainage system is filled with rubbish.
True.
Okay, so what is the plan? Okay, to manage all these things. I mean, Lagos is below sea level.
Yes.
Okay, so if we don't manage our drainage, very soon all our houses will be underwater.
You're right. Yes. Thank you for that. I remember 2010.
Okay.
In 2010, there was one particular rainfall that lasted about 6 hours in 2010 that even four-wheel drives were submerged in the whatever around the Ikoyi. I'm telling you, Ikoyi, Lekki.
Yeah.
You know why? Because there's a drainage system, a trapezoidal system that takes water from all the Ikoyi VI and takes it back to the lagoon.
Yeah.
You know, there's a place called Abacha Estate.
Okay.
At the corner of Abacha Estate, you know, entering Third Mainland, there's a spot there. You know, that water goes back into the lagoon. So when it's blocked, so at that particular year, it was blocked. They didn't know, they were not looking at it. That was what caused flooding. The whole of BI everywhere was flooded.
Okay.
Really flooded. So from there, I know that they now, later, I think they now discovered, I think it was, this guy was commissioner of environment then, Tunji Bello in Lagos.
Okay.
Yes, it was the commissioner of, so they now, you know, gave out a study and all that, found out, okay, this is where the major problem is. So we were, our construction company was part of the people that got the project.
Okay.
Actually opened that drainage.
Yeah.
You know, and then that project was done about 2012. And since then, you know, Ikoyi has actually stopped flooding. We have stopped flooding.
That's good. That's good.
You know, then the big infrastructure by Eco Atlantic, you know, has done a lot of huge impacts too as well. You know, that thing they did, you know, water from the oceans and all that. So right now, I mean, Lagos is looking good. That project, like, let me say, with that project, Ikoyi, VI, some part of Lekki are covered, but if you're going towards Ekpe, it's not covered because they have not been able to do that wall, you know, that break the water and all that.
Yeah.
You know, because Lagos, like you said, is below seawater level, you know, so drainage is very important.
Okay.
When it comes to landfill,
all these things, all these places you mentioned, okay, are the places where in quotes, the big boys live. Okay. Now, okay, in the past, Surulere was planned. Okay, it was a planned place. Okay, so the drainage in that place is relatively okay. Okay, I say relatively. Okay. Festac was planned. In fact, I lived in Festac in the early 80s. At that time,
Festac was well built.
But after a little while, the drainages
became a mess.
Became a mess. Okay, a place like Ajegunle is not planned. If you go there, okay. The last time I went there, every street, the drainage, there's drainage and then sand. Okay.
So you won't see them again.
Okay, exactly. Now, where my father lives in Alagbado, that place is not planned. So there are so many places in our country that are not planned. They don't have proper drainage. Okay. And if we are looking at, I know the main thing we want to talk about is environmental whatever, but drainage is a big part of it.
It is.
Big part of it. And that's something that many people miss. Okay? The big part of it. Now, the majority of our cities and towns are not planned. We don't have proper drainage.
True.
So when will we start doing these things? I know the government cannot do it. Okay. The people who live there need to do it, but the main drainage is the work for the government. Okay. Once the main drainage, the drainages in a particular region is built, then the people who have houses on every street now start building their gutters. Now, but then there needs to be a government action to tell people, okay, you need to do this. I haven't seen it. Okay, at least I know where my father lives.
Yes,
nobody is asking them to do it, and that's why the streets are crooked with water everywhere. Because there's no drainage system built in these areas. So when are we going to start doing this?
Exactly. So those are the things that we are, I been looking at. Governance is not rocket science.
Yes.
I guess it has to do with people are ready to do stuff when they see that the little they've done is well managed.
Exactly.
You understand? So, but in our case, when you work for government and before you know you become a billionaire, people are like, oh, okay. You understand? So if we now do this again now, what will happen? You see, when you are accountable to the people, people are ready to do a lot. Especially, I tell people that Nigerians are a lot better than some societies that we think, oh, these ones are fantastic and all that.
Yeah.
Or you see, they need to be well managed.
Yeah.
The system
guided. There needs to be rules that everybody should follow.
Yes. So when that is done, like you mentioned now that, okay, the streets and all that, you tell them that, okay, your streets, if you can, okay, we have done the big drainage, you can connect to those drainages from your streets and all that. When you do that, okay, we will come and do your road. Yeah. Do you know people will do it?
Yeah.
A lot of people will do it. And you say that, you actually do it. They see it done in a couple of days. Everybody will be like, no, they are doing it.
And there needs to be a particular standard of gutters. Okay. Yes. So the government needs to tell people your gutter needs to be this, that.
Dimension. Yes. And maybe even get somebody to monitor the construction and all that, so that they don't do rubbish. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but when there's nothing like that, they do it and there's nothing. They don't get anything in return. So they'll be like, are we going to do everything?
Yeah.
So the tax they're getting from us, what are they doing? Some people are just sitting down, chopping the thing. You understand what I'm saying? So these are little things that, that's why I think everybody is talking about ditching the old ways of whatever. Let's bring in new blood into whatever, and let's see how we can actually drive this country.
Even this drainage, I know this is a sidebar issue. See, building drainage in Lagos, will give the economy of Lagos so much money. Yes, because I mean, every drainage on the streets needs to be paid for. Okay, and the government, the construction companies who will do it, will hire people.
So that's money for them.
Yeah, hire people, buy cement, buy tools and equipment to do that, and they will pay some tax to the government. So see, this is the economics 101.
Exactly.
So by not doing these things that are necessary, not doing it is environmental issue. Okay, that's one. Two, we don't have jobs for a lot of young boys and girls in Lagos.
Exactly.
This is a means of hiring
jobs,
thousands of young people.
Of course. Even millions of them. Yes.
Yeah.
They can be engaged, not just construction.
Exactly.
They get their daily pay and all that, they're fine. And some of them that are serious, they can take it on from there. The ones that are not serious, at least they're floating.
Yeah.
Like
I just went to a training this morning where there were at least 3 construction young people there. So in this place, you see a lot of young people in construction. And they have, it's a good job where they make enough money to feed themselves, feed their families.
Yes.
And Africa, as a developing continent
or economy or continent,
will build so many houses.
Yes.
We will build so many roads.
Yes.
We will build so many gutters.
Yes.
It will give our economies millions of jobs.
Of course.
But then we're not doing it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That it's all just it's not rocket science at all. We just need to have, like I was telling people at this date, I said, be posting about it, because I said that's the only way I can make my whatever known to people. It's not, all we need is just right people in the right places, and we'll move this continent forward.
Yeah.
There are a whole lot of theories over there and all that. The Western people, they don't want Africa to develop and all that. Say, the day we make up our mind to develop, nobody can stop us.
Exactly.
Nobody can stop us. Exactly. Nobody can stop us. So if we still keep doing business the usual way, then you say, some people are stopping us. But the day we say, yes, we want to move forward, we will move forward.
See,
move forward, we know that, wow, these are people that are really...
Like I talked about Singapore, okay?
Yeah.
Singapore was colonized like we were. Okay?
Yes.
Singapore, Hong Kong were all colonized.
Yes.
Today,
they are very
Singapore is richer than their former masters. Okay?
Yes.
Did they stop them?
Exactly.
Okay. So see, when we talk about these things, people label us as on the side of our colonial masters. No, we're not. Okay, we are on our own side. Okay, on our people's side, because we want our countries developed. Okay, and holding ourselves back by claiming that our former colonial masters don't want us to progress is not doing anything good for us. Yes, maybe they are doing something, but like you said, when we are ready to develop, nobody can stop us. So when we are ready to develop, nobody can stop us. So yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the topics of our conversation. Yeah. So for me, one of the biggest challenges to develop Africa is energy. Okay, we have been using fossil fuel and also hydropower. Okay, now we have fossil fuel in abundance. Nigeria, Egypt, Libya, Angola are major oil producing countries. Okay, but we have not taken advantage of it. Okay, to make our countries energy independent. Look at Nigeria. Do we still have a fuel scarcity now? I know we had some months ago.
Yeah, it's it's just off and on.
Okay, so what do you think? Why do you think we are in this place, struggling, even though we have the means in abundance?
It's still the same thing. It's still the same. Let me say the energy thing is mainly a leadership challenge, because the more people on the road are not going to come and fix our energy, whatever for us.
Yeah,
we have this thing, and like I would say, look, now a single man, Dangote, has come up to build the largest refinery.
Yeah.
In the world, single trade.
Yeah.
What has stopped previous administrations
to
build this kind of refinery?
Well, see, now I would say it's not for government to do it.
Yes, that's true. Okay. That's one. Then, like I had a meeting with. There was a time I went to Sterling Bank for a meeting, and I told them that, look, until when our system in Nigeria, Africa, starts encouraging entrepreneurs, not because of I know them, but because of what they want to do.
Yeah.
That's when Africa will start moving on.
Yeah.
A whole lot of people have brilliant ideas. I was telling them, I said, you banks are one aspect of this problem.
Yeah. Well, my friends is telling us are trying. The CEO, Suleiman and Yemi are doing a good job, but then they're small. Okay, they're small.
They're small. Yes. You see, because most banks in Nigeria, let me just use Nigeria. Most banks, you go there with the project and all that. One, because you don't know, maybe because you don't know if you are not coming from the chairman, you're not coming from any of the directors, you're not coming from MD. If your project is good, there's a 90% chance they are going to steal that project. They'll tell you, drop your proposal, we'll get back to you, and that will be the end. And they move that proposal to their parties outside and let them not knowing that, I always tell them, I said, the person that wrote the proposal he has the A to Z of that concept. He's not going to put A to Z in the proposal. He might give you A to Z, and he has E to Z.
Yeah.
And you think with A to Z you can run. Yeah. So most of them, most projects fail.
Yes.
Because the guy that has it.
Yeah. The owner of the idea.
Yes. Yeah. So that alone is a major problem. It's a major problem.
That's the same thing about accountability. Okay.
Yes.
We haven't built the mechanism to hold people accountable. Okay.
Exactly.
When you are doing business now, one thing we don't do in our country is this. We don't get lawyers involved at the right time. Okay. Because when you are going to share your proposal with an external party, okay, there needs to be a
NDA,
NDA, okay,
yes,
so that if you see the discussion you had with business partners or banks with somebody else, then you can sue them. Okay, we don't do things correctly. Okay, we should have lawyers at that time, and then that's something we don't do. Okay, we need there are so many things that we need to do as business people.
Exactly.
To do correctly. Exactly. Yeah. So that's part of it.
Exactly. You know, like I was telling somebody, I said, look, you as a bank, a guy comes, he has the idea, he has the concept. It's cool. I said, why you have a lot of companies going out of America now, China, now India.
Okay.
They're all doing very well. When you see a guy like that, you don't rubbish a guy like that. All you need to do,
encourage that. Yeah.
Encourage the guy with your system.
Yeah.
Tell the guy, okay, what we're going to do, you need a lawyer, so let's sign NDA.
Yeah.
You know, the guy might not know that. The guy just knows, okay, this is the project I want to do.
Yeah.
He doesn't know those extra.
Yeah. The bank, the relationship manager should actually advise the business
so
person.
You advise the guy, but because people are funny, because all they have in their head is how do we steal this idea? So they want to frustrate the guy and let the guy go so that they can move on. That's why it still comes back to this mindset.
Yeah.
That's why I keep telling you that until we all change.
we don't we don't all of us do not need to change, but a good percentage of us need to change.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. A good percentage, because you see, you find out everybody just has one thing or the other that they're doing wrongly and whatever. And you want, and what we shouting, oh, government. I say, forget government. Let's start from individual, small companies, small families, and let's start doing things right.
Yeah.
Then government will not have any choice than to do what is right.
Now you are saying something. See, what people don't understand is this. They think that the government first come, build the structure, and then people get into the business. No, it's the other way around.
Yes.
People have idea.
Yes.
They find funding. They start doing it. And they start doing it, and they start making money. Maybe they start doing some things wrong that affect society.
Yes.
And government steps in and say, no, whatever you're doing, we need to monitor what you are doing. That's where the government gets in. Okay.
Yes.
Many of our people are waiting for government to build the infrastructure to allow them get to
do something.
That's the wrong thing.
True.
Okay? So if you have ideas, go ahead and start it. Now the thing is that people are afraid if they have ideas and they start implementing those ideas, the government will not come and slap them down and take everything away. That's something good. That's something we need to ensure doesn't happen in our country, because we are discouraging people who have ideas to implement those ideas.
Yes, exactly. A lot of people, Nigerians or Africans let me just use if you say Africa, it might be a bit big.
Yeah.
Because
let's focus on Nigeria, yes.
When you talk of the average African, when you look at Africa, you're actually looking at Nigeria. Because I'm sorry to say, some parts of Africa, a bit docile and all that. But the average Nigerian is very smart. But what they need is just this encouragement, this little things. You see, somebody comes up, you can see a lot of young boys now, they're trying to build cars, everybody's looking at them and laughing. I say, look at China. That's why you see, now, I say, everybody's talking about startup. The major startup, 95% fintech. The fintech in Nigeria, all of that money came from US. I said, the story changes. I said, hey, we want our money. All that business goes back.
It's gone. Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Why can't we build a system where we have angel investors, have venture capitalists, have whatever, to build businesses alongside people? Everybody has to look abroad to go and get an investor. Investor, you get to a point, investor say, hey, they see the business now looking good. We want our money. You can't give them money because you have not gotten to that point.
Yeah.
Take over the business.
Yeah.
Because they know that the market is here.
Yeah.
The potential is here. So most of them know what they're doing. There was the other time, some years ago, that Health Plus, the pharmaceutical company that they gave, and I think there's another aviation tech company, you see Wakana or something, that they got money from an investor. They came at one point, they wanted to take over the business. I think they had to come to government had to come to their aid and all that. That was how they were able. But how many companies will government run to their aid?
Now, again, I say this. See, governments should not be involved in this. Okay, it's okay if the business was started in the right way with lawyers. Okay, see, we don't appreciate the work that the law, okay, see, in a nation state, the main function of a nation state is security. Okay, security for everybody. Okay? And to pass the laws that ensures that you and me are equal, that you cannot just come and take anything that belongs to me. Okay? Now, if you do that, what should I do? I use the law that binds all of us to go to the court and sue you.
Yes.
Okay. And the law will look at the issue and say, no, Gboyega is at fault. Ekene owns this thing. And for Gboyega taking Ekene's property, first I get my property back, and then they fine you, or maybe I sue you for extra money.
Yes.
And you give me that money, and you now know that, okay, next time I won't do it, because if I do it and the person takes me to court, I will lose so thing. So see, this is the thing. We don't want to fight in the law court, but this is what we actually need to do. We need to start fighting everything in the law court. Because if you don't fight in the law court, what else do we want to do? Okay, do we want to become a agbero on the road and start fighting somebody who took our land? No.
You're right.
You know, we might say that the law court is not favorable to poor people, but if unfortunately this is how things development happens, we need to fight as hard as we can.
Yes.
So that the verdicts in court will be precedents for other issues that come later.
Yes.
But if we refuse to do that, then tomorrow another person will go and take somebody's land.
Yes.
And it will continue until whose property was taken decides to go and fight it in the law court. Unfortunately, it's hard. It's hard, but that's
hard. Yes, it is. And another thing, you know, in looking at it from the legal angle, like you said, you know, in the other part of the world, assessing a lawyer and all that, is not that expensive.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Yes, that's true. It is expensive. Okay. But you see, sometimes you can, how am I going to put it? You can get help, maybe through some other.
Okay, yes. There are charities that will help. Yeah, that's true.
The charities are not exactly that, you know. That we don't have here.
Yes.
Yet. So when a guy that has used all his last whatever to build something, and one other bigger guy has taken over, you know, once you go to court, you'll be like, where am I going? Am I going to sell myself to pay the lawyer?
That's true. That is true. That is
you
true.
Understand? So that's what I'm saying, that when Nigeria and Africa, we need to start building sustainable systems. That will make people function the way they should function.
Yeah, but to build this thing, what you are saying, we can it will only happen if this same thing happens to many people, that they start crying, that people who have humanity in mind and they are lawyers, they now say, oh, so this has happened to hundreds of people. We need to support them. by giving them some level of free legal service. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
But
there are pockets of them really. There are pockets of them really.
Good. Good. So it's beginning to happen. Yes.
It's like I said, it's all work in progress. We're going so that it's a bit slow.
Yes.
But I know that in Africa, Nigeria, the things are actually changing. Okay, look at it now from the angle of an APC president blocking his APC party from using money to pick election. So we're actually going somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're actually going somewhere. There'll be a lot of cry, there'll be a lot of blood, but we'll get there.
Yes.
We'll get there eventually. Yes. But at this point, especially now that the world is ready, the world now they've seen that. Like I always say, I said, God and universe, they have a way of playing their game.
Yes.
The world is now seeing that look, their survival going forward is proved in Africa.
Yeah, relies on the growth of Africa. Yes.
Yes. So now, at this point, we must get it right.
Yeah.
We must get it right. How do we get it right? We need leaders that are, let me use the word, have fear of God, which is number one.
Yeah.
Fear of God, number one. Then leaders that are, they have a kind of integrity.
Yeah.
Because Africa needs leadership, very quality leadership, which we have not really had in the past. We are not, I'm not going to lie, that's the truth. We've not really had. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Some pockets of leaders and all that, but when you look at it, like I was telling somebody, I said, look, when you look at a whole lot of things, I was using something, but I said, look, let's say Ekene now, they appoint you tomorrow to come and be, let me use, what would I use now? Let me say,
some kind of a commissioner for anything. Yeah.
Head, maybe solid minerals ministry, very whatever. I know you are comfortable, but you're not a billionaire. And you get into that system, you are coming, yes, you want to do everything right. That's how the system actually corrupts a lot of people.
Yeah.
You're coming with that mindset, oh, yes, you want to do it well. And you come in there, and your next in command, the civil servant is there and says,
yeah,
Oga, I'm coming to see you tonight. We can't talk this talk in the office. He says, okay, no problem. Come, let's talk. He comes, Oga, let's go out and go to drink and all that. He says, hey, Oga, this is how we have been doing this. You understand? For this deal, Oga, you don't have to do anything because the whole thing is in your hand now. Just sign. As you sign this thing, $1 million is entering your account in whatever part you have in the world every day.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we need, to fight that kind of system because it's already established.
Yes.
That's the problem we have in Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's already established. To fight that system, you must be ready to die.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When they see that you are in that whatever, and you have that mindset, they will start adjusting. This one is a madman.
You see, we have too many cartels. We have too many cartels in our country. Too many.
Because so if you are not strong, you know what I'm saying? If you are not strong, you don't want to die, and you have this position, you don't want to die, then before you know it, the man will say, okay, don't let us do it like this. I want this thing to, the president has appointed me, I want him to feel it's okay. let's close eye for 50%. Let's do 50%. Meaning, okay, we'll give $500,000. So let this part of thing go recorded and all that. That is how, before you know it, you are now comfortable with the $500,000.
You're already part of them.
Yeah, exactly. Then they will tell you that why are you, even the people here, why are you doing this yourself?
Exactly.
You're just shortchanging yourself. That is how you now become the chief corrupt guy. I'm telling you. So,
oh my God.
I'm telling you. So that is just, so we need people that will be, that can sign that, look, we cannot continue like this.
Yeah.
But you see, I was telling you, I said, look, if you do that, yes, you and your family and all that, you are made for life.
Yeah.
But at the expense of millions of people.
Millions of people, yes.
I said, look, like you said before that, it gets worse. I said, I was telling somebody, I said, look, if you get to a point that you make that money, yes, you buy bulletproof car, you buy this one. If you get to a point, if you don't change, that you have kept your son has gone to school in the US, your son has gone to school in so, or your son is living here, you have moved your family abroad. If you get to a point, if you're not careful, that people will be going after your family abroad to kill them. Yeah. You think you are safe, right? You have bulletproof cars everywhere. They won't get you. They will get your kids. They will get your wife. I said, that is where we're going. I was telling you, no, it won't get there. I said, it will get there. That because the whole thing is building up. It will get there. I'm telling you. And so we need, because it's true no matter. If you don't make the $1 million every day, what do you need $1 million every day for, really? If you are not smart.
Yeah. I mean, how many business people make $1 million a year?
Exactly.
Very few.
Yeah, exactly. So I said, most of these government jobs, my brother, if you do it, the perks, they thank you and all that, will make you a very comfortable person. Why are you not okay with that? All the little perks you get here and there, this, that, will make you very comfortable. So why don't you do that and do the right thing? Because when you do the right thing, when the country progresses, then everybody will begin to things will begin to move.
This is something. This is the thing we don't understand. If we do our job and the country progresses, we get the fulfillment that I contributed to this progress is one. And like you said, any government work, there are so many perks, surrounding that job. Including pension for 2 years or 3 years. I mean, see, my brother, we have a lot of work to do in this area to convince people to have a different mindset. So, like you said, so you think why we haven't been able to use our abundant resources of energy to build our countries is just about the mentality of our people.
Exactly. The thing is there, my brother.
Yeah, it's there.
I was telling somebody, I said, look, the fossil fuel thing is there. Okay, the whole world is starting now, fossil fuel linking up with climate change. But when you look at the contribution of Africa to climate, it's just about 3%.
Yeah.
Right? So, which means we have not done anything.
We haven't done anything.
The whole of Africa, I was telling somebody, I posted somebody was saying, why am I comparing in one of my LinkedIn posts, why am I comparing China with Africa, saying Africa were in church, China, they are busy training their kids how to code, how to that. Have we done well in Africa? I said, have we done well? Africa is the least industrialized continent in the world.
Yeah.
The least industrialized.
Yeah.
Even the agriculture, that we have the biggest arable land in the world, we've not done anything. we're not even feeding ourselves, not talk of feeding the world. And we're supposed to be feeding the world.
My brother, you mentioned something. Feeding ourselves. Okay. See, young Africans do not actually realize that without external food from external sources, that many of our people will go hungry. They don't understand that.
They don't understand it. Yes.
Okay.
They don't.
Because I see them boasting about that, and I say, wow. See, people like me have a lot of work to do. Okay, to actually educate them how much food we actually produce in Africa.
Exactly.
Without food import from countries like Ukraine and Russia, okay, a lot of our people will go hungry.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of work we need to do.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. See, so we just need a good driver of the system. You see, like I said, you said energy. Without energy, you cannot industrialize. Without industrialization, we cannot grow and develop.
Yeah.
So it's linked.
Yeah, it's very much linked.
So we need people to connect those things. It's just that is the only way. There's no magic. There's no miracle. That is the only way. We'll get our energy right. We'll industrialize.
Yeah.
The continent will grow and develop.
Yeah.
Everybody will be fine.
Yeah.
That's the only way. And God has given us everything.
Everything.
Everything. If you're looking at the energy, you're looking at the fossil fuel, we are one of the biggest in the world. If you're looking at the renewable energy, we are one of the biggest in the world. Our hydropower potential can run Africa 365 days for the next 2 and something million years, untapped. Solar, nyafu. So what are we looking for? Now we're looking at, now they said, now they discovered a huge deposit of lithium in Nigeria. Now we want to go electric vehicles and all that. All the raw materials from cobalt to whatever, they are, apart from the Congo, you'll be surprised that some other countries have very huge
deposits
of these things.
Yeah.
What is our problem? Our problem is leadership.
My brother,
mindset.
Yes.
Because we are all, like I said in Yoruba, in Nigeria, that we're all being served this better breakfast. That's what they call it. I don't know whether you do it where you are in London, I don't know what better breakfast means. Better breakfast is real super suffering.
Wow.
So it's all like it's not rocket science, really, my brother. It's just, get the right people, drive the system, and let everybody start believing that all these bribes I'm getting, all these whatever corruption, you don't need to do that. And what brought us to this is because everybody said, no, it's not. I cannot suffer again. Because some people started it. I can't be mentioning names and all that. But now we see that, look, we're all just wasting our time.
Yeah.
Because you make this money, you can't even spend it.
Exactly.
You are putting your panam the place. So what is the point?
Yeah.
Okay, now we said one governor in the north said he has stored 22 billion cash for election. Banye is saying all that money, most of them were in 1,000. That's why they blow the 1,500.
Wow.
Because if it's the poor people, 200 is okay, 100 is okay.
Yes.
We poor people.
Yes.
But the big boys have stored the 1,000. So
yes.
They have stored 1,500.
Wow. Well, see, because I live outside Nigeria, I kept some naira so that whenever I come, but see, I have maybe
you have sent somebody to somebody to help you change and all that.
I didn't bother to do it, But yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Yeah.
So In 2021, okay, I learned about the huge solar farm in Morocco.
Okay.
Do you know about that?
Yes, I've heard about this. So I've not seen it, but I've seen some pictures and all that.
Okay.
About the solar farm in Morocco, yes.
Okay.
The huge one, very huge.
Yeah, huge. See, I've thought about, hey, we have the biggest desert in Africa.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So we have abundant sunshine. Okay.
Exactly.
So
yes.
I've thought about it. Why haven't we consider having solar farm to produce
and all that.
to produce energy that can serve the whole world? You know, and I start listening to podcasts that talk about the engineering and the transmission of the energy from So I know it's a little bit difficult and inefficient. See,
that's good.
What I learned about wind, solar, and renewable, is that even though we talk about them as the future, the current mode of transmission is inefficient.
It is.
Yes. In fact, so even if we want to go solar and renewable,
yes,
we will not have the kind of energy production to drive that industrialization that we want. So it's clear we as Africans who are yet to be industrialized need to use our fossil fuel. Because I started thinking about this when I started, I learned about Dangote's refinery. And when I was thinking, why is it building such a huge fossil fuel refinery when everybody is driving to renewables?
Green energy.
Okay, so I now know, okay, he has done the research to know that these things are not efficient. Okay, so it's a refinery will be very, very valuable for Africa for the next 30 years.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think about this solar and other renewables?
Very good question. Like I've always said that even right now in Nigeria, if you look at the power generation, our power generation is over, maybe I think a little bit over 13,000 megawatts. But what do we distribute? Sometimes our distribution falls to 3,000, 4,000.
Wow.
So what is the problem? Transmission. Transmission is a major problem because our transmission system is already very weak. And when, like I was telling, if you want to start building new transmission, it's going to be very expensive. So that's why people are trying to come up with decentralized grids.
Okay.
Build a system for a small part.
Yeah.
Build another system for. So if this system spoils, it doesn't mean that the whole of Nigeria, half of Nigeria is gone.
Yeah.
No. Just be maybe these few villages or cities or towns or something that will be affected. That's the only way forward right now for Africa. Centralized mini grids. So whether it's fossil fuel, whether it's solar, whether it's whatever.
Yeah.
There's no point, those long transmission line and all this.
Yeah. We lose a massive portion of the energy generated.
Yes. So when you have that, it's one, most times decentralized mini grids, they are easier to maintain.
Yeah.
Because if there's a problem, they can fix it quickly. But when there's a problem with transmission, most times it takes days before they even discover where the problem is.
Yeah, because the line is long.
You understand?
Yeah.
So why don't you? So if you do that, like I was telling somebody, I said, look, this Lagos, there are some parts of Lagos that are close to water. Why don't you build hydropower plants, 10 megawatts, 15 megawatts, that can take over maybe like, let's say the water in Marina and all that. Lagos, and take Ikoyi, take VI, take some part of Yaba, Butemeta, like that. Then on the other side of Bagada, you can build another 10 megawatts. That's what is done in China, in India, and all of
that. That's what is done everywhere else.
Exactly. The parts where you have solar, let it just be solar mini grid, servicing them in that part of the whatever. That's the only way. Having one long, funny transmission line is not going to help anybody. Whatever the money you use to build that, you have used to build a whole lot of power plants. I'll be servicing people.
Yeah, instead of repairing whole old.
Look at this Ukraine war now.
Yes.
They will say, oh, Russians bombed a power plant.
Yes.
Some parts didn't have light.
Yes.
It's not all Ukraine that didn't have light.
Yes.
That's how it is. So even if there's a problem with this, it's not going to affect an area. And you can easily capture it. And fix it. That's the way forward, really, when it comes to whatever. So that's why I say, okay, I mean, we have really wasted time in Africa, but we still have a very good time to fix all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Once we have the very good leadership and all that, and everybody's ready to work, everybody's ready to whatever. I mean, we all enjoy.
See, to achieve what we are discussing, we need. See, the point I'm making for my audience, my young audience, is that these things are things we need to build Africa. Okay. And to do that, we need a lot of young people studying engineering, studying electrical engineering, studying mechanical engineering. Okay. Because if we want to actually industrialize Africa, we need these young people who can actually do the work. Okay. So that we don't rely on people from China or the West to come and build our continent.
Yes,
exactly. We need young Africans study, learn how to do these things and innovate. Okay.
Do you know the funny thing?
Yeah.
You know the funny thing? We have a construction company.
Okay.
When you bring in these expatriates, when like I was saying, that's what I'm saying. That Nigeria, it's really a mindset thing.
Yeah.
If they give you a contract, and let's say the contract runs into billions of naira, and you tell them you don't have any expatriate, they will look at you funny. Construction company, and when you bring in this expatriate, do you know that it's the Nigerian engineers that would teach these expatriates this work?
Really?
Yes. And he will sit down there and become big man.
Wow. Then I'm surprised. I'm surprised. One, okay, because I know one thing about.
That's related to construction.
Okay. Because I know engineers. See, my young cousin just graduated from school a year about 18 months ago. Okay. And the things they do in school, wow, I mean, they do a lot of hands-on. Okay. So when they come out from school, they understand the basic models, that work. Okay. Now they might need to go and learn the new models coming out from industry, at work. Okay. But they already understand the basic models that works. Okay. So
And you know what happened? A whole lot of us construction companies, we cannot afford to bring in those core engineers.
Okay.
So we go looking for those funny ones. I'm telling you the truth. I went to some funny technical school, but because they are white, you think, well, that's what. So when it's the Nigerians, they sit down there. Some of them cannot even speak English. So how do you even want to comment? You understand what I'm saying? So you find out that most times it's those Nigerians that will now be teaching the guy. This is how we do it. This is how it's supposed to. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
But because when whatever comes to sight, they see the white guys they're doing a very good job. It's Nigerians doing the work. So let's start another thing. Let's start believing in ourselves.
Yes.
You know, let's start believing in ourselves. There's one guy that said there's the project in Ghana that they saved millions of dollars because they changed the engineers.
Yeah.
From Chinese to Ghanaian engineers.
Yeah.
It's able to save on one project millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Because the money you're going to pay them, you bring in one, they tell you $5,000 per month. You're going to give him another 400,000 naira for naira, whatever of the salary.
Yeah.
He's going to travel. He's going to travel. These are the requirements. So he's going to travel 2 times a year.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to get him a house.
Yeah, that's what happens when you bring an expatriate. Anyway,
for the Nigerian engineer, if you pay the Nigerian engineer even 350,000, he will die on that job. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So I mean, the point is that we need to train a lot of capable people to help build our countries. And that means we need to do a lot more on education.
Yes,
the mindset thing is basically education. Okay?
Education,
yeah, exactly. So all these things we need to focus on. Yes. So my brother, let's talk a little bit about counterfeiting.
Okay.
Yeah. Because see, when I first saw counterfeiting on your profile, I now step back to look at the whole gamut of things that counterfeiting affects, and it's huge. Okay, you know, when we say counterfeiting, the first thing anybody thinks about is money. Okay.
Exactly, money.
But counterfeiting is everywhere. Okay.
Everything.
And counterfeiting, anything at all has implication in so many different areas, including child enslavement. Okay, so tell us more about counterfeiting.
Yes, you see, like we're talking of challenges facing Africa.
Yes.
I was telling somebody, I said, counterfeiting is one thing we have not even been able to understand well and the impact it has on our economy. Counterfeiting has taken a lot from our economy in Africa, especially Nigeria.
Yeah.
There's a report, I think a PwC report that I read, that said about 70% of goods in Nigeria are counterfeit goods.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are we talking about? How do countries make money? You bring in goods, take out goods, they charge taxes.
Yeah.
Counterfeiting coming into your system, there's nothing covering it. You're smuggling it in or something. So they have created how to beat the system.
Yeah.
So one, no tax is going to the government.
Yeah.
Let's even look at it from that. Then when you now say 80% or let's even say 50% of the counterfeit,
yeah,
that means what the country is making from revenue from tax.
Yeah.
half of what they're supposed to make.
Yeah.
FRS in this last 2020, they said they were able to rake in about 11 trillion naira or something, the biggest so far. So if you can reduce counterfeiting by even 20%, that means that 11, maybe they're able to raise 15 trillion.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's just one aspect of it.
Yeah.
Number two aspect is counterfeiting products is struggle for market share with the original brands. Meaning the original brands that employ people, that create employment, will now become less profitable, will become less productive.
Yeah.
Meaning they will now start reducing their workforce. That is looking at it from that angle. Then looking at it from what they are doing from the consumer.
Yeah.
You are buying something. Let's even forget, like I was telling somebody, I said, they are counterfeit, they are fake, and they are original fake. So when you have counterfeit, when you have counterfeit, that's fake. You know, that's when you buy, let me use footwear as an example. When you buy Adidas at the road, maybe Adodis or something.
Yeah.
You already know what you're buying.
Yeah.
Maybe the Adidas, maybe the logo is different.
Yes,
you know,
a little crooked.
And it's cheaper, a lot cheaper than the whatever. Then you already know you're buying fake.
Yes.
Fake times. You already know that one. But when you now buy Adidas that looks like
Adidas, yes,
but it's not Adidas, that is the original fake. And that is the big problem, because you're going to buy it
at the same price of
buying the real Adidas.
Yes.
The real Adidas can last you 5 years. This will probably last you 5 months.
Yeah.
So you can imagine.
Yeah.
Let's even look at it. That's even for things that cannot harm you. So let's now bring it down to
medicine. Yeah.
Medicine.
Woo!
One that will kill somebody.
Yeah.
Look at the people that have it. Look at the number of liver problems.
Damage. Yes. Kidney damage.
It's from this fake stuff. So when you look at the huge negative impact this thing has on Africa, and Nigeria is actually the biggest entry of counterfeit goods into Africa.
Yeah.
They're all moving from Nigeria into Africa. So when I have some Indian associates and all that would do business, so they came to me and said, hey, your country is the biggest market for counterfeiters. The two big markets in Africa is for counterfeiters are Africa and Asia. And when you take Africa, Nigeria is the biggest market. Over 80% of goods in Africa are in Nigeria or flowing from Nigeria into other countries.
Yeah.
We have come up with this technology to stop counterfeiting.
Okay.
We can't stop them, but we can reduce them.
Okay.
We want you to work with us. That's how I came. So when I look at it, this should probably be my biggest project so far. But right now, the challenge is a lot of people still don't know the impact of what this thing is doing.
Yeah.
They just think you're speaking English. Even though they know. But sometimes I wonder why Africa, I wonder why we're always very slow in adopting technology. That's another problem we have. And it's still this mindset thing.
Yeah. When
the technology comes in, unless it now becomes, before people are, okay, that's true, this thing. A lot of people are dying. A lot of people have really gotten messed up because of counterfeiting. So it's a very huge project.
It's a huge problem. It's a huge problem.
So that's what we are looking at, how to tackle it now. Because I said, if we want to go about it our way, it might not have the impact it should have. So we're looking at how we can carry government along.
Yeah, on this note, yeah. Government is very essential. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, because the problem has been caused. Okay, and the only way to tackle it is to have laws. Okay. Strong laws. And then you guys can leverage those laws
to tackle the stuff. Exactly. So that's what we're looking
you guys will provide a technology.
Yes. In collaboration with governments.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what we're looking at now. So we're just looking at, let all these elections and all that, let's have the new administration, whatever, then we can now go in and, because there have to be laws.
Yeah.
For it to work effectively in Nigeria, there have to be laws.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so it's a very big project, very, very big, because now, the problem is very big.
The truth is that counterfeiting, with all the problem they have, it's a worldwide phenomenon. Okay, it is, like you just said,
it's a $2 trillion business.
Yeah, like you said,
that's more than a lot of economies put together.
Yeah, it's the impact in Africa is huge because we are not industrialized.
Exactly.
We import most of our products, and our people are poor. Okay, so they will take the cheapest goods available.
Yes.
Okay? So all these things work hand in hand to keep us where we are.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All these things work hand in hand to keep Africa where it is.
Impoverished,
Yeah. See, and who are the people importing these counterfeit products?
Africans.
Africans.
I'm making money.
Yeah, I'm making money. Okay. So we need to look at these things, because the impact of these things are.
It still falls down to this same mindset thing.
Yeah.
When you are making money from a business that is killing your people.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're not looking at it like that.
Yeah. Wow.
So, so that's it's. So when you look at everything, back and forth, education is key.
Yes.
Change mindset of people. Start letting them see that for all of us to be okay, we need to start tilting towards this good part of life.
Yeah.
And stop being selfish, stop being self-centered, stop thinking of ourselves alone and all that.
Yeah.
So it's not only government.
No. See, I've always said it to people. See, what even though we need leaders. Now for me,
we need.
See, for me, you are a leader. Okay.
Yes.
Many of our people, whenever they think about leaders, they are thinking of politicians. No.
Exactly. Politicians are not leaders.
Yeah. See, I look at people everywhere in our communities. Okay.
Yes.
Who are doing things to progress the community.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's leadership.
Yeah, that's leadership. Exactly.
Yes, that's leadership.
You know. Yes. So I thank you for being here. See, we have talked about so many different things.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
So my brother, I'm trying to wrap up this discussion.
Okay.
So I want you to advise young Africans, okay? Because many of them do not actually sit down and think and understand that the progress of Africa is determined by the progress of the individuals in our society, including them. Okay.
They are even the main, whatever, the youth.
They're the main ones, yes.
Yeah.
So please advise them what they can do to add value to their communities.
Okay, thank you very much, Ekene. I've always loved youth because we were youth at one time too before we now become adults, And like you said, the strength of Africa is in our youth.
Yeah.
The potential that we see in Africa is because of the youth.
Yeah.
Our youth demography, which is very huge. If we can, that's what I'm saying, that it's this mindset thing. If we can succeed in letting the youth know that this whole Africa thing that we're talking about, this whole Africa project, it's on their head. If you do it well, you don't need to jackpot anywhere. We have too much for you to enjoy here.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it well, you continue to struggle to become second-class citizens in other parts of the world when they are even looking at they want to come here.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So my advice to them is let our youth, majority of them, maybe because of the system and all that, they are only thinking of the enjoyment part of life. They're not thinking of the work part of life.
Yeah.
Right? And without the work, the enjoyment will be distorted.
Yeah. It's minimal.
So when, somebody come out of a university in 2 years, you want to become a millionaire, doing what? You don't know what you want to do. Just know in your head, you want to live in the best part of Ikoyi. 2 years old, you want to drive a car of 35 million naira. You want to live large. Do you understand something?
Yeah.
This thing is a process.
Yeah.
It's a process. So we need, like I said, basic everything relies on how can we start changing the mind of our youth. Most of them are very brilliant, dynamic people, but they need that mindset. I don't know how we got to this country because it was never like that. It was never like that. Our own time, even people before our time, when you finish from school, when I was in school, when there was a company, the company that I told you I worked for, Colonels Nigeria PLC.
Yeah.
I went to do a year before. I went to do industry. We used to call it industrial. I don't know where I do it now. Industrial training or attachment.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was doing it, I didn't know my bosses then. They were actually watching. When you come to do those kind of things, majority of youth, if they tell you, if let's say the working hour is supposed to be 7:30 to 5 or something, there might be some extra work that you do that might take you to 6.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they're already ready at that before 5.
At the gates. Once it's 7, 5, they're out.
But then maybe because I've always been the type that I believe in hard work or smart work, they call it now. I believe you should work before you eat. So all that time, I had a boss that, few times that time, he tried me, Gboyega, can you please let me maybe cut out to 5? Let me quickly do this because I trained as an accountant, so I was in the accounting department.
Okay.
Let me fix this, whatever, and all that. And I said, no problem, Oga. I'll sit down there. Even some other people that were the real staff, they would have closed. I will sit down with him. Sometimes we were there till 6:30 before I close. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember one time my friends. So when I did that IT, every holiday that I have till when I left school, I was going to do holiday job in that place because he would tell me, I want holiday come. In fact, desk they gave me from that IT, he kept it in his office.
Wow.
They didn't
move it.
So that was how. So when I finished, he said, he knows I'm going to go and serve. That Gboyega, unless I die, if I don't die, this is the office. Unless you don't want to work here. That's all. Anywhere you go into Nigeria, just know you have a job.
You're coming back here.
So that was what happened. Where I went to, unfortunately, where I went to serve, the GM of the finance company too loved me, wanted me to continue. So I was caught in between two jobs. I didn't know what to do. That was Port Harcourt. This was in Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was, the kind of the youth I believe we should have.
Yes.
Because I always tell people are watching. People might be looking at you, you think, oh, but they're actually watching you. Let's be able to, our youth should be able to leave good impact wherever they find it.
They find themselves. Wow, that's a very good thing. That's a very good advice.
Because Africa is for them.
It's theirs.
How many years do we have left?
Exactly.
So it's for them.
Yeah. So let me ask you my last question.
Okay.
What's your vision for Africa in the next 30 years? What Africa do you want to see?
Yes, the Africa that I want to see in the next 30 years should be the Africa that the rest of the world is going to latch onto for survival. That's the Africa that I have in my head that I'm praying we can build. The Africa that will feed the world of everything the world needs to survive. From food to resources to skills, education, everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we have the potential to do all of that.
Yeah.
So if we can build Africa, then because the universe, if I don't want to say God, because some people might not believe in God, let's say the universe has placed Africa in that position.
Yeah.
And for us that we are developing late now is all part of the plan. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody is looking at Africa right now. The market is here, everything is there. So let's build Africa that people should be jackpotting to come to Africa. The Chinese, the Indian, the American, the European, they should be struggling. We have struggled. And I was telling somebody, I said, what I see in all of these craziness going on in the world is power is changing hands.
Yeah.
And that's God. That's the God factor that a lot of people don't understand. Power is changing hands, and it's changing hands to Africa. Let us not miss it.
Okay.
Guys, let us not miss it.
Okay. That's a good one.
But we can get so stupid again that they have seen what we have not. They might now come again, and that's why some people are saying before we get colonized again in our own land.
Well, my brother, see, the truth of the matter is this: if we don't do what you are advocating, change of mindset, right? They will do that. Now they won't come. They won't come and stay in Africa. No,
it's a different way.
Colonize us in a different way.
Yes.
Okay. So for us to not let that happen, see.
Yes.
You mentioned to answer this question. You said the Africa we will build. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we need to build it.
Yes.
Okay? See, many young Africans, when they think of that Africa they want to see, they don't even imagine that they need to build that Africa.
Yes.
And that's a mindset failure.
Exactly.
For you to want something, but you don't want to be part of the people who will build something. Okay, that's a mindset failure that we must banish
exactly
Africa to be the continent that we envision.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Brother, Eshe, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this conversation. I enjoyed it.
Yes, I did. I do too. You know, we have talked about so many different things, and it's wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you for all you do. I really appreciate you. Hope one day you'll be available in Nigeria to.
Oh, see, that's my goal. That's my goal to travel across Africa to see people like you, and we continue these discussions. That because we need to build a young
exactly. We need everybody, every hand on deck.
Yes.
Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Have a nice evening.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.